What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Rec Nation. Listen, with today's video, we might be stirring the pot some. All right, I stumbled on this because I follow a couple of reactors that I guess do similar reactions to stuff like this, and it's interesting. It's interesting because a lot of the reactors I follow are from, let's say, different countries and stuff like that. So they have a different perspective. This is something that we're going to talk about today is completely alien to a lot of you, right? This is 5 guns the U.S. government doesn't want you to have. The government. This is from an American's perspective. So let's talk about this. I think this is pretty interesting. Let's see what I think, if I would change some things up, or if I have anything to say, or if I agree 100% with what they're saying. So let's go ahead and check this out. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Eric and Barry from Moss Pawn and Gun, and today we thought we'd hit you with another 5 guns video. I know these have been very popular. You guys have enjoyed them, so we want to make more. And we were kind of thinking the other day, like, hey, what would be a good idea for a 5 guns video? And we came up with the idea, what would be 5 guns? I know there's a lot of them that the government, wouldn't want you to have.
But what would be the 5 they would go after first?
Yeah, I mean, what are the top 5 guns that the government would just hate the idea of you having? I know that a lot of people in the government are very anti-gun. They're anti-semi-automatic, modern sporting rifles, so on and so.
What the shit is that, bro? Oh, man. Look at that. What the fuck? There's always that guy. There's always that guy. All right, he's doing too much. Wow. What the fuck? He's got, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 magazines. You gotta, what the fuck? That's absolutely insane. How many optics does this man have? Goodness gracious. The only thing he left off this weapon is a vending machine. Well, I guess you could call the rounds the vending machine. I got the vending machine right here. All right, Steve. It's fucking epic. The gun looks absolutely nuts. What the fuck? All right, sorry guys.
So forth. So what would they be and why? So let's discuss them.
Well, not only the guns that the 5 guns they would not want you to have, but also the most evil-looking guns that the media jumps all over.
Yeah, you know what? That's exactly the case. I mean, sometimes it comes down to what the media thinks is some evil, scary-looking gun, and sometimes the aesthetics and appearance of a gun, people think that it's automatically more deadly or whatever, but this just isn't the case. I mean, you can't go by the way a firearm looks. But unfortunately, the media tends to pick up on a lot of that, and the government does too.
All right, I'm going to be pausing a lot. Everyone, please feel free to comment your thoughts, with respect in the comment section. I'm a firm believer in the Second Amendment. But at the same time, remember, I know that is my path that I've walked, right? I've come to that conclusion. That's my opinion. You may have different ones, and understandably, I haven't lived your life to make your opinions up for you, and I'm not here to try to change your opinions. My thing is, though, that when 99% of civilians see this weapon that's in front of us right here, they automatically assume it's automatic. In my state, it is absolutely illegal to own an automatic weapon. Right, not semi-automatic. The difference is the selector switches and stuff. Right, you can change it from safe to semi. Basically, the automatic is not. No, you don't do that. Not in Maryland. Not currently. So, it. Wow, man, this is going to be a very, very pause-heavy video. I'm going to try to make it a little bit entertaining, but. The representation is only some states you can purchase fully automatic weapons. I always thought it was like New Mexico you could purchase fully automatic weapons. I think it was only them. And if you were to get a fully automatic weapon, or let's say even you would have to pay a hefty, not special, is hefty, not a fine. It's like a fee for a special license. Just same thing with the silencers. Even though they don't, it's just you have to purchase that. It's a hefty fee for that too. So yeah, guys, this is something that I think this is a massive misconception across the pond. Anyone that looks at one of these weapons, they think it's automatic. It's crazy. And I am not a fan of putting automatic rifles in everyone's hands. That's a fully automatic. Here we go. Fully automatic. All right. So let's just dive back into it. That's just my opinion. I'm going to keep trying to walk this line finally. But let's keep going.
I mean, a lot of politicians, may put forth anti-gun legislation based solely on the cosmetic appearance of a given firearm.
Well, the news media survives on keywords, cliches,
Sure.
assault weapon.
Of course.
They play on that because it catches your ear when you hear it.
Well, let's show them 5 awesome guns. Now, these are great guns, okay? We're not saying that, I mean, believe me, I am pro-gun as hell. I don't want any of this stuff to ever get banned. I don't want them coming after my stuff. I mean, I love my AKs and ARs. Show them that AR there on the end.
Well, we've got a mean-looking AR down here.
And, of course, the ARs are always one of the things that the government's always going to want to try to go for. They hate ARs. They hate us having them.
Got the little bipod on it.
Yep.
Now, 30-round magazine. We've got the EOTech law enforcement sight on top, flashlight.
Backup sights.
Most sights. There's your basic evil AR.
Of course, and because it looks scary and cool, it's automatically more deadly than something that's not.
We've got next going down the line, we've got a 12-gauge Sega.
Now that's a mean boy right there. That's a mean boy right there. I've had a Sega or Sega, however you pronounce it. Wasn't too happy with it personally. I chose it's a Vepr model for mine, and yeah, that's a 12-gauge shotgun. 12-gauge shotgun. That's crazy. Granted, state of Maryland can't have high capacity magazines just high capacity magazines. So what he has on this weapon right now you couldn't have in the state of Maryland. But yeah, this is pretty. I mean, the AR, right? I that's always in hot water, right? The assault rifle. That's not what AR stands for. It's an Armalite rifle, and that's yeah. I'm not. I don't know where I'm going with this. I feel like this doesn't get talked about enough, like in the right crowd. It's like they are evil. This is evil. But if I'm the government, and I'm trying to take away everyone's weapons, I wouldn't want them to have this. I wouldn't want to be tasked with trying to take away this thing off someone who knows how to use it. Jesus, this is a beast right here, man. This weapon that he's holding is an absolute monster. Love that thing, dude.
With a drum. It also has the EOTech military law enforcement sight on it.
Great gun.
Great gun. Beautiful gun.
That's actually a conversion that Ray did. He's very high speed when it comes to converting Segas. This one's actually got a folding mech with one of the little short billet aluminum stocks.
Quad
rail. A
rail.
lot of upgrades, yeah. Quad rail, 15-round drum. So this is a semi-automatic 12-gauge that can shoot 15 shots in under 3 seconds.
Now remember, folks, all these guns are available at Moss Pond.
Yes, absolutely. One of the other firearms that we've got in recently is the Tavor. All right, this is the IWI Tavor. It's a bullpup, semi-automatic sporting rifle. take standard AR-15 pattern magazines. This is something that we've got in new. The Tavors have only been out about a year and a half or two, so they're not quite as prevalent.
I am not familiar with that weapon system right there at all. That looks wild, dude. That looks wild. That looks something. That looks. I don't know what. Who carries that? Or is that just a Tavor? Never heard of that.
However, this is a good example of the type of guns that are out there that obviously the media looks at them and it's some scary looking bullpup, and obviously they're going to think, wow, that's futuristic, that's frightening, and it's scary. So obviously it must be more deadly because it's so scary looking. But all this is just a modern sporting version of the Israeli Defense Force Tavor, and that's a bullpup, 5.56 caliber carbine.
That's short. That is mad short. That's tiny. That's tiny. With that kind of... Alright. It's not a handgun. That's for damn sure. 5.56 is not a handgun.
Great gun.
This has got a 28-shot magazine with a window in it.
Yep.
But this gun is an excellent weapon. I'm sure all of you have heard of the gun.
Sure.
Not me.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
What have we got last, Eric?
Well, I'll tell you what. We've got the AK-47. This is a Sega conversion. This is actually another conversion that Ray put together. It's a standard Sega rifle with the long barrel. We've threaded it for a break. It's got a Harris bipod. This particular gun we've actually outfitted with a custom SIG 550 handguard set that we made a custom bracket for everything to work with. It's got a extended magazine release, a MFT style grip, recoil comp stock. It's got a scope mount, and again, an EOTech on top. And this is an example.
AKs. You see those, you automatically think the bad guy, right? I mean, it's tried and true. Fucking reliable ass weapon. A reliable ass weapon. Fight me. That's what that is. Sand, mud, whatever it is. It's the go-to. It's the OG. With yeah. I'm just saying that is a absolute beast of a weapon right there. A formidable five weapons. Formidable 5 weapons right there. I mean, I get it. I'd like to think of myself like I love to have them. Love to be proficient with the ones I have, right? That is not just for myself, but also for my own safety too, right? Like being proficient with what you have is the key. And training and just not getting complacent in the use of these things. Going to the gun ranges and stuff like that. But if you're the government and you want to take weapons away, which I don't think in my lifetime will ever happen. I don't think they will. I think that's a pipe dream that everyone else has, because there's no way in hell we're giving up anything, not one of our weapons, right? But if you're the government, having the population with access to this, yeah, that's terrifying. You keep yourself in check. You might think twice before, I don't know. There's like a checks and balances thing. If you put yourself in the shoes of the government, right? Okay? There's a possibility that so-and-so in their house might have this. You might do your due diligence and approach and de-escalate the situation. If someone like that is packing some firepower like that. So I'm just saying. These are the guns that you see on the TV all the time. Not the Tavor. I'm so, that is new to me. That to me looks like a straight up alien gun. I'm not sure. It's 5.56, which is crazy because that's the same round that the M4, M16 uses, right? So that's pretty nuts too. But yeah, I would agree with them on their choices. You know, they look big and scary, right? You know, I don't know. To me, weapons are just not, they're not scary. They're not scary to me. The person behind the weapon is the one that terrifies me the most, depending on who they are. You know what I mean? So, yeah. All right.
Of the type of guns that, obviously politicians love going after these things because they're scary looking. And the thing about the AK-47 is that it's synonymous with bad guys. Everybody sees an AK, and what's the first thing they think?
Bad guy.
They think a bad guy.
Yeah.
Right.
But the truth is that this is a gun that many people in America are just going to take out and have fun with. We're going to shoot stuff, play around. It's not some evil, crazy assault weapon like the media makes it out to be. It's just a sporting gun. Well, Barry, this is 4 guns. Where's the 5th one?
Well, I don't know. Where is it?
I'll tell you what. We got one more gun. Now, if the government, had their way, I'm sure they would not want you to have this. All right, this is the king of rifles. Okay, and this is produced by a model American.
Look at those.
It's the Barrett M107, semi-automatic 50 caliber anti-material rifle.
Yeah, anti-material rifle, bro. Oh man. That's up there if you're hunting cars. That's the T-Rex gun right there, boy. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Hey, whatever. Still rifle, still a hunting rifle. Those are not cheap, bro. Those are not cheap. If you are a civilian and you or I would say a gun collector, and you are very familiar with different weapon systems, and this is like the scalpel, right? Granted it's a what do you say, antimatter weapon. Yeah, you got to be proficient with this thing, man. It's a 50 caliber freaking rifle. This will send and launch a projectile very, very far, very fast, very efficient, if you're efficient. Someone that's trained on this weapon system, someone that's proficient with this weapon system should be the one that uses this. Right? I am not ever I have never fired one of these weapons. So I'd be damned if I ever try to go buy one. You know what I mean? Yeah. If these things are insanely expensive. I hope they tell you how much these are. And those things are not light either. Damn.
There you go.
10-shot
magazine.
Semi-automatic. 50 BMG as quick as you can pull the trigger. 10 shots in the magazine.
Goodness gracious.
This is a bad boy right here. This particular gun, these are about $12,000 to $13,000. So very expensive.
Yeah. $12,000 to $13,000. That's absolutely crazy. Not crazy, but that's an expensive weapon. That can reach out and touch a target at a very, very, very far distance.
Expensive rifle, a little bit of weight. The earlier versions of the Barrett, obviously, very wonderful guns, but the M107 represents pretty much the pinnacle of big bore anti-material firepower in a very portable package. And this is something that, all right, get this. You're a citizen in the U.S. and you turn 18 years old. You can walk into a gun store and you can buy this and no one will care.
If you've got the money, you can buy that gun.
If you got the money, more power to you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm sure this is not Bloomberg approved.
Most certainly not Bloomberg approved. Get some of that.
Get some. Oh my God. 'God. That's huge, dude.
I love it.
Well, all right. Well, folks, we've got 5 guns here that I'm sure the government does not want you to have. And the bleeding hearts and the anti-gunners certainly don't want you to have.
Yeah.
But we hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you were entertained by it. And check us out next time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you know, hopefully, if anything, it was a good excuse to show you some awesome weaponry. Definitely some awesome weaponry. And here's the thing. You know, the term weaponry gets thrown around a lot when it comes to these types of firearms. I mean, it's a weapon. It's scary. It's some baby killer. It's some assault weapon. But at the end of the day, it's nothing more than a modern semi-automatic sporting rifle. Okay, you can go out and have fun with it, have fun with the kids, do a little shooting. It's no big deal. I mean, people have this misconception about gun owners in America that we're a bunch of crazy, you know, weirdos or whatever. But a lot of people integrate these types of firearms into their family fun, into their plinking and training. And it's no different than any other gun. Just cosmetically, they do look a little scary, but they're no different than any other firearm.
Well, remember, folks, we've got a lot more guns here at Moss Pond, and pretty soon we'll be doing another gun tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of new guns.
Yep.
And
Hell yeah. All right, Moss Pond. Dude, let me just check. Respect, guys, for doing what you're doing. Love that this content's out there. Love that this content's out there on YouTube. You know, whether this video goes up or not, I have no clue. You know, but hear me out. That touches on something, you know, like I was raised with 0 weapons in my life, right? I wasn't around it, didn't, you know, it wasn't an everyday thought or thing. My father absolutely hates weapons of any kind. But I've always been fascinated with them, and especially after the military. I agree. Like, this is target practice, shooting. If you can get to a range, you know, I understand. Ammunition is wildly expensive, but like going out, recreational shooting, target practice, that kind of stuff, you know, you have to. Whatever weapon system that you choose, you must be proficient in. Don't be one of those people, if you do live in the U.S., and my thing is, if you do live in the U.S. and you do purchase a firearm, right? If it's your first firearm, make sure you go to the range. Make sure you're proficient with it. Make sure you train with it. Make sure you, like, that's that. Make sure you're proficient with whatever is in your household, and make sure that the people in your household are also proficient with this weapon system. You know, with the weapon system of your choice. Understand it through and through. You know, you don't have to plan your lives around it, but everyone in the house should know where it is, like the how you responsibly store it, not just laying around somewhere, right? And because that's a whole nother thing. Responsibly store your weapons. That's I would, you know, I do. but yeah, making sure everyone is proficient with the weapon system in under the roof is very, very, very important. But yeah, no, it's a good 5 weapons right there. You know, you could outfit a pretty decent little group right there if you wanted to, using all 5 of those. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think. Is this something that's absolutely just inconceivable? You know, we did a video on the origin story of gun ownership in the U.S., right? I know this comment section this video is going to stir the pot. And if you're here to this part, you guys are legends. You know, I understand the pro and anti-gun. I get that. You know, but my personal opinion, that doesn't matter. It's not right. It's not wrong. You know, it's just my personal opinion. If you do have a weapon, make sure you're proficient with it. Make sure people that share your space are proficient with it. that's basically it. But this is wild, you know, because all these weapons that are on our, let's say, our TVs and stuff, and all the bad stuff, right? These are the weapons that are highly publicized. This is what's happening. You know, these are the big mean ones. I don't know, guys. I feel like this video is going to be definitely going out to the members and seeing what you guys think, members of the channel, before it hits YouTube. But yeah, guys, this is just an insight. I think they did a good job bringing up the five scary ones, right? The scary ones. You know, me personally, I'm not scared of these weapons. I'm terrified of the psychopaths behind the weapons. You know what I mean? Weapons don't do anything. They're a tool to me. Weapons I view as, I don't know. Hear me out. Hear me out on this. If I can have a tiny little soapbox, right? Evil people are going to do evil things regardless. They're going to find a way. You know, whether you're like, oh, well, that makes it easier. All right, whatever. Cool. You know, people have been doing crazy shit for a long time since humanity started, right? So, hey, I don't know. I love I love my weapons. I know how to use them. My family knows how to use them. And yeah, that's my only thing. I see them as a tool. And this is going off the rails. This is going off the rails. I don't even know where to go. Like, we are tiptoeing on a abyss of endless discourse right here, guys. And I'm trying to not dive into it. Top 5 crazy, scary looking guns that the government wouldn't want you to have. Yeah, if I was the government, I'd be terrified if I rolled up on anyone that had any of these. I'm like, yeah, okay. They are, if they're proficient, they can do some serious work, right? Anyway, guys, much love. I had to put this video out there. I want to see who we have in the comment section. You know, I want to see, let's talk about it. You know, obviously this video is not going to solve any effing thing, but I wanted to put it out there. You know, what do you guys think? You know, if you are not from the US, are these absolutely ridiculous weapons? Like, why the hell? You know, I bet it's inconceivable. But over here, this is, yeah. You know, you either allow all or ban all. And there's no way in shit you're banning all. So you got to allow all. You know, it's when you start picking and choosing, that's when shit gets bad. But anyway, much love, guys. Make sure you unplug and do something legendary. and hold on tight. Comment section's going to be a ride, isn't it? Later, guys. Much love. Bye.